Hello, welcome back. So what are we doing today? Well, we are not going to stuff any more of our 100 envelope challenge. We are going to unstuff it. I've been working on this since January 30th of this year, on and off, and for two reasons. We're going to unstuff it, we're going to build up our emergency savings and pay down debt. We have a HELOC, home equity line of credit, and it has a variable interest rate, and boy, is that sucker climbing. So let's get started. Let's dump all these babies out and start unstuffing this money. And seeing what we have here. I don't know if there's any good way to do this, but we'll figure it out. We will, it'll be kind of fun to see what we end up with. I do have a total, what I should end up with, but if you've counted money with me before, you know that's not always going to be the case. So mistakes are made here. Lots and lots. So we will get through this one way or another and see where it takes us and where we end up. This challenge, when I first started, was something I thought I could knock out within a year. And as you know, this year, 2022, the economy has really gone through it. Things have happened. Interest rates are going back up. Groceries are going back up. It's just very challenging at this time for us, maybe not for you, but for us to stay on track with saving this money. And actually, it doesn't right now, today, this time, it doesn't make sense to hold this money in the envelopes because it could be doing a little more work for us on the bill. The variable interest rate HELOC, which at the time was a good idea 2 years ago because interest rate was low, 2.24%, but now it has climbed up to almost 5%, and you know, we gotta make some changes, big changes. And this is our first step. This is our first step. Well, I think this will be very satisfying to count all this money, if not challenging for me. But it is something I'm looking forward to. And then when we get done, I'll be going straight to the bank to deposit it. If you're not aware, at this time that this video is filming, we are prepping for Hurricane Ian. He is currently in Cuba and hitting their peninsula pretty hard, and scheduled to hit Central Florida, which is where we're located. They keep moving, you know, with hurricanes. If you have any experience or if you've lived in Florida for any amount of time, you know that hurricanes never come when they're supposed to. They can change direction and they can slow down, hang out there in the Gulf, build up steam. You really just can't predict what they're going to do. So nobody can really predict what they're going to do. But for now, most of the models are pointing to it coming through Central Florida sometime this week. It was supposed to come tomorrow, but now I think it's coming Thursday night, Friday. Ooh, a 50. You know how much I love to count those. It's coming maybe Thursday night, Friday morning. So I can only watch the news or check it once in a while. I can't get stuck out there watching the news, watching the commentators, watching people fill up sandbags, which are necessary. The lines for those are long. I think we are prepared as we're going to be. We have filled up our gas tanks. Like, I don't know where we're going to go if we have to evacuate, because we're not going to evacuate. I guess that's in case the gas stations are all down and they can't pump gas. But again, where are we going to go? We're not going to go anywhere. We're going to stay here. In fact, my grown kids, 2 of my grown kids will probably come with us and stay here. Bring the air mattresses because we do have a whole house generator. And that will be our saving grace. And hopefully we don't sustain a lot of damage with the winds. I think it's out in the Gulf. They predict it's going to hit Tampa as a Category 3. But you know, that's a prediction, who knows. And it'll come across the peninsula and it will maybe hit us as a Category 1. And I think the winds are like around 70. Between 70 and 80 for that. But it's not so much the winds, it's the tornadoes, it's the saturated ground, and we've had a lot of rain lately. And the roots of the trees, they can't hold like they used to or should when the ground is not so saturated. So you get saturated ground, the root system is compromised because it doesn't have a good grip in the ground, and a few tough winds can move a tree from being upright to being down on the ground. But for the most part, I think areas in this particular area, counties in this area and city municipalities have been diligent in trimming trees, clearing drains and gutters, sewers, the curbs and all that, keeping it free of debris so that the water can flow. And we should not experience flooding here. We are kind of elevated where our house is at, but there is concern about the trees. Do have a couple of big trees, and hopefully they will stay upright, but you never know. So we've been through hurricanes before. Jeepers, I think the last one that I remember was probably 2017. I don't remember the name, but it was a really slow hurricane. It took forever to get across the peninsula. And it was a little scary. Actually, my husband works at a hospital, and he's on like their emergency team where he has to stay at the hospital in case disaster strikes there. But, we had a generator at the time that we could plug in, and we didn't have to use it. We did not lose power. And I did stay in our big closet because it had no windows. We have a brick house, and if anything was going to happen, I felt very safe in there. I think I spent the night in there. So, but this year, my husband is not on it's called the HURT team. It stands for something. I don't know what it stands for, but if that is activated at the hospital, then he will be staying here. And we will be riding it out together, whatever happens. So, and there was in 2004, this is a lot of hurricane talk because we've had experience with that. 2004, we had 3 pass through. I think Charlie started it. It came up on the west coast and blew through, and then 2 more blew through. We did lose power then for a week or 2, and that was miserable. I was so excited to go to work because it was air conditioned. And I was happy to go in early and stay late. So, and coming home to a hot house was never fun. That's why we, back then, invested in a generator, like a portable generator, that was strong enough to run the AC at least. So, and at that time, we used to board up our windows because we thought we had to, because that's what everybody said. It had been so long previous to that anybody had a hurricane in the area that, oh my God, board up your windows. Well, we're never doing that again because that makes for a very dark, and the wood gets wet and it smells, ugh, it's awful. I'm just going to take our chances with the windows. That doesn't sound very smart, but I am not sitting in a house with the windows boarded up. So I hope I don't regret that little choice. All right, look at all these envelopes. This is okay. So let's talk money a little bit. I have been looking for a part-time job that I can do. I have bilateral knee replacement, so standing for 8 hours is still a challenge. I don't know why, but it is. I did for a while there in the summer when I took a break from my channel. I was working part-time at a local grocery store, and my knees could not take it. I don't know if it's because my knees were out of shape. I didn't have the muscle strength to hold that same position. I mean, I've been a cashier before. I've been an ultrasound tech. I've stood for hours, but really wasn't working out for me then, so I had to resign that position. I didn't want to work, couldn't work 8-hour shifts standing in one position. So now I know my limitations, and I can be a little more selective about jobs so that I don't have to take a job, go through all the training, and then decide, oh no, that's really not for me. That's not fair to the employer, and that is not fair to me, but mostly to the employer. So we're still going strong here, emptying. So our emergency savings, if we want to talk money instead of hurricanes, my emergency savings is, I think it's $3,800 that I keep at Bank of America for now. That doesn't have the highest interest rate, but it has easy access. And I'd like to get that up to $5,000. We'll see. And just let that sit for now. There are a couple other little, you know, if you could call it a side savings account. I have those. I always feel better when I have money stashed all over. And then I eventually get overwhelmed with that, and then I have to put it all back in one place. But for now, this is this is kind of fun, actually. But for now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to unstuff all these babies and put our money to work. We'll be sad to see all these presidents leave, but they need to go do some work. Oh, and the other half will be going towards the HELOC. And I think because, you know, the payment has gotten very high. I knew it could happen, but I didn't want it to happen. So anyway, it's happening. I'm going to not send it all in at once. I'm going to send in like 500 at a time so I can handle the payments, 500 additional, or it might just be that. So, you know, over the course of the next 3 months or so, I will make bigger payments with the other half of this 100 envelope challenge. Oh my goodness, look at all these singles. And you know I got all the L-bucks out of it because I do save those. So, okay. Oh, we're getting there. Not intimidating at all. So that's what we're going to do. So I will feel a little more comfortable in my brain about making the payments and paying a little extra. Just not going to do it all at once until I, one, get another side job. I do sell on eBay part-time. I'm kind of a hobby seller, so that really doesn't contribute a whole lot, but I might have to change the way I divide up that money. I'm going to decide that in the next day or so, and I will let you know how that goes. And I might just have to target that stupid HELOC. I don't know, what I was thinking of doing was taking some money out of my IRA. That doesn't even sound right to say it, does it? Take some money out of the IRA and just almost pay some of it, pay a good chunk of it down. I don't know. So, these are interesting times. But we will get started with this countdown. I lost my paper. Well, and see what's up. I have 100. In 50s we have 2. That's another 100. So now we'll get down to business. with the 20s, because that's when the fun's going to start. $20, $40, $60, $81, $20, $40, $60, $82, $20, $40, $60, $83, $20, $40, $60, $84, $20, $40, $60, $80, $500, $20, $40, $60, $81, $20, $40, $60, $82, $20, $40, $60, $83, $40, $60, $84, $20, $40, $60, $80, $500, $20, $40, $60, $81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40. So 440,000, 1440. So yeah, that's the plans for this money. We're going to save some, and we're going to pay down that debt with some. See what the 10s have to show us. Let's get those crinkles out. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 81. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 82. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 83. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 84. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85. 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 580. All right, 580. Now let's see what the 5s have to give us. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, oh, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 200. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 300, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 325. Now, you know I'm only going to count this once, right? And that's the 10s. That's the 5s. You see that so far? All right. Oh, good Lord. Well, let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 49, 50. Okay, that's 50. Let's see what else we got. Put some of that back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 6, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Look at all them singles. Impressive. Impressive. Well, money in general to me is impressive. All right. Why are we all messed up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 135. Okay. Now, let's see. Lord, I hope this all works out. Ugh. All right. 100 plus 100 plus 1440 plus 580 plus 325 plus 135 gives us 2680. And what I thought we were supposed to have is right here is 2629. You know, I could have just not put an envelope in, or I didn't color it in, which has happened, but we're going to go with 2680, and I will count it again off camera, and I will let you know, because that was long. Ugh. Or I might just go to the bank and let them count it. I think it's pretty close. So we will send, out of that 2680, we will send 1200 to emergency savings. And that'll give us, right? Okay, let's break out the calculator, because I cannot be trusted with math. Yeah, 1480, see? That's a 2, not a 3, Lisa. And this will go to the HELOC over the next couple of months. 1480. So there we go. That was a fun cash unstuffing. I mean, I'll be going to the bank with that wad, and I'm sure they're going to think, "Well, lady, what are you doing?" I like it. All right. Thanks so much for hanging out to count the cash of my 100 envelope cash unstuffing, and I will see you guys on the next one. Hope you all have a great day. And if you're in the path of Hurricane Ian, be safe. All right, see you on the next one. Bye. I am stuffing all this money into my purse so I can take it to the bank. I know. That looks kind of weird. I'll probably look weird pulling that out, but it's all right. So evidently counting mistakes were made, and that's fine. I was $50 off. Whatever. So she counted it twice. Wouldn't let me video it. I did ask. But that's fine. All right, that's all done. Now I'm going to go to the grocery store and see what kind of shenanigans I can get into.